Hey there, welcome back to Pardee's Shop Shenanigans. It's a pretty brisk afternoon out there. It's, I think 37 degrees at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not cold to most people. I get it. I've been in Montana, Billings in January. That's cold. But for northwestern Oregon up west of Portland, 37 degrees, well, it's cold. We'll take a look outside shortly. I have had some great feedback from some folks on my first two videos with Stanley, introducing my 1962 Chevy C20 pickup with the service bed, and having fun with it, so I hope you enjoy it as well. I noticed on the last video, I did some pressure washing. I talked about mixing up the concoction that I'd sprayed on half the truck to see if it helped with paint removal and the pressure washing process, and I failed to follow up with any kind of information on it. So today, let's take a little walk about and see what we can discover here at Pardee's Shop Shenanigans. Let's go. Well, I thought we'd take a little walk out here. First off, the nectar of life on a cold day, some coffee. Little walk out here to Casa Pardee. Just got some firewood split and stacked, and got some old stuff to burn. That's exciting, isn't it, huh? But I just thought I'd show you a little slice of our heaven on earth. Pretty nice, huh? We've got Walnut Grove right here. We've got Hazelnut, or also known as Filbert, here. And a nice ravine down the back here with some big, tall, Douglas fir. I don't know why I was going to say Pardee pine, but I'm not too smart sometimes. As you can see, I'm giving Stanley a little drink. Get the battery up. A little later, I might see if I can't fire it up. And just talk a little bit about some of the other projects that I want to work on. One of them we'll talk about later, and it's running right now. I need to go shut it off, is my 89 Jeep Comanche. Why don't you hang on and, well, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I turned that off. A little moisture in the floorboard there, so I had the heater running. This is my 1989 Comanche pickup. Yes, that's a Jeep for those of you who don't know, but I'm sure you do. It was a two-wheel drive when I got it, and the person I bought it from was doing their level best to destroy it. I caught it, I would say, just in time. Body's super straight. Very solid. No rust, which for these, especially the floors, is really unheard of. I obviously converted it to a four-wheel drive, and that'll be a separate project. I'll show you some of what I documented, but I'm showing this because one of the projects here at Pardee Shop Shenanigans is I'm going to do an overland adventure with my two sons out in eastern Oregon this spring. One son is a aspiring geologist. The other is an adventurer who lived in his van in Moab last summer and had fun. Good on him. And I like to metal detect, so we're going to go find us a spot that I've identified that's an old military camp in eastern Oregon in the middle of nowhere. It'll be a full day drive in. We'll go camp for a day or two, and I'll document that as well. But I'll be turning that into some overland fun. That'll be a different project. But in the meantime, back to Stanley. You know, in the last video, when I was pressure washing, I had made mention that I'd mixed up a concoction that I'd sprayed on half the truck over here to see whether or not it pressure washed and cleaned up any better than this half. And I can tell you it made absolutely no difference. There could have been minute differences in, grease removal, but at this point it really doesn't even matter. Paint stuck pretty good on this side, held up to the pressure washer fairly well. You can see made some progress on this bed, but this side, I guess, was probably prepped a little better than the other side. And on the passenger side, well, I had a whole lot better success on the service bed with the paint removal. You can see where I ran out of gas last week with the pressure washer, and, well, that's where I quit because it was chilly. Yeah, getting a trend there. I've got more salt than pepper in this beard these days, and I don't as much enjoy working out in 25 degrees as I used to. One of the things I was talking about last week was this top on this service bed. I wasn't sure whether this bottom extended all the way out that would allow this to slide far enough for this to close up over the back. Well, guess what I've discovered? With a little bit of coaxing, I can still bring things up and over and close that rascal off. Now, I know most of you are thinking whoop-de-doop-de, right? To me, it's cool just because it's original to this service bed. And it also gives me a chance to secure things in the back once I get this old booger back on the road. There's a latch here I'll have to work with that will open and close. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So you can see this latch assembly, a very common layout, goes into this hole right here. I've got the tailgate in the up position. It's not in great shape, but I dig this logo. To me, it's just kind of fun. I can't see exactly what this says, and of course I don't have my eyes on right now, but seeing that original Powers logo, I'm hopeful I can breathe some life back into this tailgate. I know that I've got some rust issues here where this rod goes into a sleeve and it's rusted up pretty good, so I would imagine at some point I'll be cutting this out, replacing a section here and making it so it'll rotate nicely. Got bolts in here that are stripped out and can't get to on the other side, stripped or rusted. This is such a small splash in what I have ahead of me that, you know, it's not even funny, right? Well, that's all I'm going to mess with for now. Let's go around front and see if there's any chances this poor old starter will crank this thing over enough to make it go putt-putt. Again, I've heard it run 235 cubic inch of raw power under this hood here. Little 1-barrel carburetor, oil bath air filter. If you don't know what that means is, well, here, I'll take it apart and maybe I can show you a little bit. Your traditional air filter in your cars that you have today, you would pull the top off, and under the top, you would pull out a paper filament. The way this is actually designed to work is you fill this with oil. Usually there's a mark on here, but you take oil usually right up to this first bend, and this will sit right down in it. Okay, it'll draw air in through this filter, up and across, and then down into the carburetor. So in the day, you did not change an air filter. You pulled this off, you clean the oil would capture the dirt, and then there's fibers inside of here. You rinse that all out, put in new oil, and away you go. Let's just see if it'll even turn over here. Get this battery up on boost. Hey, Molly. Molly Shop Dog is going to help. She doesn't know what yet. Let's see if it'll turn over. Ooh, even wanted to make some noise there. I got a blinker working, that's scary. Got a blinker that won't stop working. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to mess with this too much more today. It's pretty cold out, and with a starter that's already tired, I don't think I need to mess with this right now. So you know what they say out west, just back away, back quietly away. Maybe I'll go grab a little gas and give it a drink. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to try it one more time here, but let's pull this. An official petroleum transportation device here. Give it a little drink. Don't want to flood it out. Might be already. Not so good there, eh? I'm still thinking this will not be a go today, but that doesn't mean we won't try one more time. Give it enough to flood it really good. Gonna do something, do it all the way. Yeah, we'll give it up. That starter's obviously got challenges, and there's no sense burning things up that are already tired. So I'm going to button this up for now, I think. For this week, not a whole lot to talk about here with Stanley, but I'm hoping this afternoon get it rolled into the shop, in out of the weather. And probably going to be next steps involved getting the service bed loose. I'd like to remove it from the chassis, get it off on a trailer and free up some space so I can work around this cab. I know that I've got a lot of rust to work with, and I'll need to make a determination whether to look for another cab, do a swap, or dive into fabrication head first and just replace a whole bunch of sheet metal. You know, being the cameraman and the guy on the camera makes for some choppy video, doesn't it? That's okay. Hey, thanks for joining me today. You know, I just wanted to say the whole point of these videos for me is, first, for me to have fun. Selfishly, yes, I'm having fun. And maybe even keeps me a little more accountable on a project. That's a good thing. But I think just as, or maybe more importantly, for those of you who are watching this and thinking, wow, Bob, that wasn't very educational. You probably know more about cars than a lot of us, and you're comfortable with it, and that's awesome. That's what we should do, work on, have a good time. I think there's others of you out there, like myself early on, who weren't as comfortable diving into a project. And it can be daunting, right? I mean, look at this. Who would think this is going to roll down the road one day? Well, I know it will. I've had some really great experiences with other YouTubers. They don't know me at all. I think Bad Chad is awesome. He's a visionary. He's an artist. Make It Custom, another fella up in the Nova Scotia area, I think. What a great teacher. He's taught me a lot about metal fabrication and how it works and how to work it. Straightening dents and moving metal. Again, he doesn't know me, but I've learned a lot through him. Fitzy's Fabrication, man, what a character. And I really dig the guys at Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Not because they're such huge fabricators, but because they're not afraid to dive in, use their head, and try something. So on this journey, I hope you enjoy yourself. Come along for the ride. So I encourage you to hit that subscribe button down there. Leave a comment or two. Be honest, be kind, and maybe even hit a like or two. I could use it. I'm having fun seeing the numbers come up. This is Bob with Pardee Shop Shenanigans. I'm out of here. I hope every 2 weeks to put up a new video. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Wonder if there's any eggnog. Oh, hey, wait. I forgot one thing. Yeah, I know. Kind of weird, but I'm alone, okay? If you've got some ideas on what you would like to see next as I work on Stanley, I'd like to hear that from you. Maybe that'll help drive content, drive what I'm doing. Know that this is a budget build. I'm not a guy sitting on a pile of money, so I know we'd all love to see a big block in it and slammed in a brand new paint job. I would too, but maybe you've got some ideas you'd like to share with me. Throw those in the comments. Let me see what I can do. Maybe you want to see how something's set up, see how bad something is rusted, maybe help pick a direction on how we're going to go with this. Could be a lot of fun. Okay? Okay, see ya.